Do you ever feel like your body is aging faster than it should? Waking up feels heavy, like gravity suddenly doubled overnight. Your mind isn't as sharp, words slip away, focus breaks with the tiniest noise. You walk into a room and forget why. And your energy, it drains too quickly, even when the day has just begun. You start to wonder, is this just aging? But what if the problem isn't just time? What if there are small habits, harmless on the surface, that are silently speeding up your aging process? Like grains of sand grinding the gears of a delicate machine, these habits wear down your cells, disrupt your hormones, and ignite chronic inflammation, the true fuel of aging. And here's the most alarming part. If you don't stop them now, the damage won't just be wrinkles or gray hair. We're talking about faster cognitive decline, greater risk of degenerative disease, and a quality of life that fades day by day, all from daily habits most people ignore. But awareness is the first step. Let's break it down, starting with habit number 5, and trust me, the most shocking is waiting at number 1. Habit 5, sitting too long. It seems harmless, even comfortable, but sitting too much is a silent poison to your body. Like a machine left to rust from disuse, the human body starts to break down when kept still for too long. Many seniors spend hours in front of the television, reading books, or simply resting out of exhaustion. They may think, it's normal at my age. But did you know that the human body was designed to move, designed to walk 12 to 15 kilometers a day, like our hunter-gatherer ancestors? When we resist this natural design, the consequences go deeper than we imagine. What happens inside your body when you sit too much? Scientifically, prolonged sitting is a slow metabolic killer that damages the body from within. Blood circulation slows down, making it harder for oxygen and nutrients to reach your brain and vital organs. The result? You feel drained, struggle to concentrate, and your mood dips without reason. Inactive muscles become insulin resistant, disturbing your body's sugar metabolism. This increases the risk of type 2 diabetes, a disease known to speed up cellular aging. Blood vessels lose elasticity, forcing the heart to work harder. That's why a study from the American Heart Association found that people who sit more than 6 hours a day have a 19% higher risk of early death than those who stay active. The long-term effects, when the body forgets its functions. If this habit continues unchecked, your body will slowly begin to forget how to function. Muscles weaken, especially in the legs and back, leading to poor posture and chronic pain. Bones lose their density without the stimulation of movement, raising your risk of osteoporosis. Balance and coordination decline, making falls more likely, and at this age, one fall can mark the beginning of losing independence. Worse still, the brain begins to shrink. A study in the Journal of Neurology confirmed that sedentary behavior is linked to shrinking of the brain regions responsible for memory, fast-tracking dementia. A simple solution with big impact. You don't need to run a marathon or spend hours at the gym. Start small. Stand up every 30 minutes. Walk to the kitchen, grab a glass of water, or just march in place. Do light stretches while watching TV. Raise your arms, roll your shoulders, move your ankles. It helps blood flow and wakes up your body. Use alarms as reminders, or let TV commercials be your cue to get moving. Remember, your body is like a sword. If you never use it, it rusts and dulls. But with regular movement, even tiny steps, you can keep it sharp for years to come. Habit number 4. Lack of quality sleep. You may be getting 7 hours of sleep each night, but is it truly sleep or just lying there with your eyes closed? Because if you wake up 3 or 4 times each night, or worse, stay wide awake staring at the ceiling while the world outside is dark and silent, you're unknowingly digging a time hole for your body and your brain. What really happens when you lack quality sleep? Sleep isn't just rest. It's your body's biological repair mode. It's when your brain flushes out toxic waste, like beta amyloid, a sticky protein linked to Alzheimer's, through the lymphatic system, which only activates during deep sleep. It's when your body regenerates skin and organ cells, driven by growth hormone, HGH, 75% of which is released in deep sleep. And it's when your brain consolidates memory, transferring short-term data into long-term storage. Without this, your thoughts scatter. When these processes break down, the consequences are devastating. According to Harvard Medical School, 2021, poor sleep increases dementia risk by 40% as brain toxins pile up like trash that's never taken out. Your skin loses elasticity twice as fast, University Hospital's Case Medical Center, making wrinkles deeper and your face more fatigued. Your metabolism derails, triggering weight gain and type 2 diabetes, both key drivers of accelerated aging. Why is deep sleep so hard for seniors? It's not just part of aging. The true causes are often hidden. Heavy checkmarked melatonin, your natural sleep hormone, drops as early as your 40s. Heavy checkmark a late-day coffee habit, which can linger in your system for up to 10 hours. Heavy checkmark blue light from phones and TVs, which tricks your brain into thinking it's still daytime. What you can do, starting tonight. Good sleep isn't about hours, it's about depth. You can sleep 9 hours and still wake up exhausted if your body doesn't enter deep restorative cycles. 90 minutes before bed. Turn off all screens. Blue light is melatonin's enemy. Take a warm shower. Raising and then lowering your body temperature triggers sleepiness. Drink sugar-free chamomile tea. Its glycine content naturally relaxes your nervous system. Create the ideal sleep environment. Pitch dark room. Even tiny LED lights can disrupt melatonin. Keep temperature between 18 to 22 degrees Celsius. Cool air supports deep sleep. Use white noise if needed to drown out random sounds that might wake you. Think of quality sleep like charging your phone. If you only recharge 50% every night, eventually your body's battery will break down permanently. Habit number 3, eating without sugar control. Sugar doesn't just make your pants tighter. It's the silent architect of premature aging, working quietly in your bloodstream, corroding your cells like rust eats away at metal. You might be thinking, but I don't eat candy, I should be fine. But did you know that the bowl of white rice you had for lunch, the toast from breakfast, or the ketchup in your burger, all rapidly turn into sugar in your blood? This is bigger than just diabetes. What really happens when sugar floods your body? The biological disaster called glycation. On your skin, sugar molecules attach to collagen and elastin, your skin's support structure, like industrial glue, making them stiff and brittle. The result? 3D wrinkles, deep lines, sagging cheeks, and a texture that feels like crumpled paper. A study in the British Journal of Dermatology found that people with high blood sugar looked 5 to 7 years older than their actual age. On your internal organs, sugar erodes the small blood vessels like rain digging into soft earth. The tiny capillaries in your retina can leak, leading to diabetic blindness. Your kidneys start filtering poorly, retaining waste and toxins. Your brain becomes vulnerable to silent strokes that gradually chip away at cognition. On a cellular level, sugar fuels chronic inflammation, a quiet fire burning inside you every day, accelerating all degenerative diseases. It also weakens mitochondria, your cell's power plants, making you feel chronically tired even after a full night's rest. The hidden sugar you never suspected. This isn't just about spoonfuls of sugar in your coffee. Sugar hides in bottled sauces. 1 tablespoon of barbecue sauce equals 1.5 teaspoons of sugar. Low-fat yogurt often has more sugar than ice cream. Whole grain bread. Many brands add honey or molasses, still sugar. Health drinks like vitamin water or bottled juice. How to fight sugar without feeling deprived. Visual trick. Use smaller plates. Studies show this reduces sugar intake by 20% without you noticing. Timing game. Eat sweets right after a full meal, not as snacks. The fiber and protein slow sugar absorption. Taste deception. Sprinkle cinnamon in your coffee. It tricks your brain into sensing sweetness. Keep frozen fruit like grapes or mangoes for natural candy, with fiber to slow glucose spikes. Imagine your body as a masterpiece painting. Sugar is like acid dripping slowly onto the canvas, not immediately visible, but after 10 years, the vibrant lines and colors fade into something dull and damaged. Habit number 2, living without purpose or gratitude. There's a kind of forgetfulness even more dangerous than dementia when you forget why to get out of bed in the morning. It's not just your body that's aging. It's your soul slowly fading. Maybe you know someone like this, or maybe you've seen the reflection in your own mirror. After retirement, some seniors suddenly stop dressing up in the morning, stop looking forward to the day. The calendar becomes meaningless. This isn't just sadness, it's an existential crisis that silently accelerates biological aging. The science behind a dying spirit. In the brain, without a sense of purpose, the hippocampus, your brain's memory center, shrinks twice as fast. Université de Montréal. Levels of BDNF, a brain growth protein critical for cognitive health, drop drastically, speeding up memory decline and Alzheimer's. In the body, a 14-year longitudinal study in The Lancet found that seniors without a strong purpose in life had 30% higher risk of stroke, 40% weaker immune response, average blood pressure 15 to 20 points higher. The Ikigai effect, lessons from Japan. In Okinawa, elderly people with a strong Ikigai, a reason to wake up, live not just longer, but better. Live 7 to 10 years longer. 62% lower risk of dementia. Still gardening, painting, and learning new skills well into their 90s. Warning signs your spirit is retiring before your body. You say, "What's the point? I'm too old anyway." Watching TV 6 to 8 hours a day without enjoyment. Talking more about illness than about dreams. Days feel like a blur, with no memories that truly stand out. Soul therapy, how to reverse emotional aging. Morning rituals that reignite the spirit. Try this 3-line nighttime note on your phone or journal. 1. Tomorrow I will look forward to even a small joy. 2. I'm grateful today because one tiny achievement. 3. I want to learn anything from a recipe to a new word. Grow your social garden. Become the story keeper of your family. Document old photos. Start a WhatsApp group just for sharing smiles. Volunteer just 2 hours a week. Teach a child to read, help water the mosque garden, greet newcomers at church. Tangible tools for gratitude. Magic jar. Every night, write down one thing you're grateful for and drop it into a jar. Read them when you're feeling low. Achievement tree. Place sticky notes on a wall for every little task you complete, even fixing a leaky faucet. UCLA research proved that seniors who wrote gratitude journals regularly showed a 23% drop in inflammatory markers, those same markers that age your cells from the inside out. Gratitude isn't just emotional. It's chemical. It rewires your biology. Habit number 1. Bottling up stress and negative emotions. There's a toxin more deadly than cigarettes, more corrosive than sugar, and more destructive than sleep deprivation. You can't see it, but it eats away at you from within. Unspoken emotion. Imagine a grandmother who smiles gently in front of her grandchildren, but at night bites into a pillow to muffle her tears from loneliness. Or a grandfather who pretends to be strong, silently carrying the financial burden of the family while anxiety crushes his chest. This isn't just sadness. This is a silent killer, working beneath the surface. The biology of suppressed emotion. The cortisol storm. Every negative emotion you suppress spikes your cortisol levels by 37%, Yale University. Chronically elevated cortisol melts your hippocampus, the memory center, like ice under the sun. Shuts down T-cell production, weakening your cancer-fighting immune response. Turns visceral fat into an inflammation time bomb. When the body screams what the mouth cannot say. An 8-year Mayo Clinic study found that people who frequently suppress emotions had 2.4x higher risk of arthritis, wounds that healed 40% slower, blood pressure fluctuations 15 to 25% worse than average. The cellular domino effect. Emotional stress shortens telomeres, those protective caps at the end of your DNA strands. Short telomeres equals faster aging. According to Nobel laureate Dr. Elizabeth Blackburn, this is equivalent to 10 to 17 years of premature cellular aging. Signs you're carrying too much emotional garbage. Body, chronic headaches, tense jaw and shoulders, digestive issues. Sleep, frequent nightmares, teeth grinding, bruxism. Behavior, easily irritated, compulsive scrolling, gaming to escape reality. Emotional detox, how to heal before it's too late. The letter never sent technique. Write down every ounce of regret, anger, or heartbreak, even if it sounds ugly. Then burn it as a ritual of release. A Journal of Clinical Psychology study showed this reduces stress symptoms by 47% in just 4 weeks. Healing through movement. Simple trauma release exercise. Stand with feet shoulder-width apart. Shake your body loosely for 3 to 5 minutes, like a rag doll. This method, used in trauma therapy, helps release emotional tension stored in muscle memory. Subconscious healing before sleep. Right before bed, ask your inner self, which part of me is hurting most today? What can I do to comfort that part? It may sound simple, but this introspective act reduces nighttime anxiety and nurtures emotional balance. Exchange energy with nature. Hug a tree for 5 minutes. A study shows it reduces cortisol by 28%. Walk barefoot on grass. Grounding helps reduce free radicals and emotional static. Harvard research confirms a single session of genuine crying can release up to 90% of stress hormones. Tears aren't weakness, they're your soul's detox. Bonus habit, the most unexpected aging accelerator. Avoiding the sun entirely. You may have shielded your skin with sunscreen, wide-brimmed hats, and long sleeves, but did you know that by avoiding sunlight completely, you may be opening the door to faster aging and dangerous diseases? In an age where skin cancer is feared by many, some seniors choose to live completely sun-shielded lives, staying indoors all day, hiding behind curtains, or only stepping out after dusk. But total sun avoidance is a bigger mistake than you think. In fact, it may age you even faster than sun exposure ever could. Why vitamin D is more than just a bone vitamin. Vitamin D is technically a hormone, not just a nutrient. It controls over 2,000 genes in your body, and without it, things begin to quietly fall apart. The silent collapse of your bones. Without vitamin D, your body absorbs only 10 to 15% of calcium from food, versus 30 to 40% with sufficient D levels. This leads to early-onset osteoporosis and higher risk of hip fractures, often the moment when independence ends for many seniors. A confused and weak immune system. Your immune system's warriors, T cells, can't activate without vitamin D. A study in the Journal of Investigative Medicine found that seniors with low vitamin D are 3x more likely to suffer respiratory infections like pneumonia and bronchitis. A brain that shrinks in the dark. The journal Neurology revealed vitamin D deficiency increases dementia risk by 53%. The hippocampus, your memory center, is physically smaller in people who avoid sun exposure. Sunlight myths versus reality. Myth 1. I get enough vitamin D from food. Truth. Only 10% of your daily need comes from food. 90% must come from sunlight. Myth 2. My dark skin protects me. Truth. Melanin blocks UVB. People with dark skin need 5x more sun to produce the same vitamin D. Myth 3. I'll just take supplements. Truth. Synthetic vitamin D is less effective than the kind your skin makes from sun. Plus, sunlight boosts serotonin, your natural mood-lifting hormone. Smart and safe sunlight habits after 60. Ideal times for exposure. Morning, 7 to 9 a.m., or late afternoon, 3 to 5 p.m. These windows provide UVB, for vitamin D, without excessive UVA, which causes skin aging. Suggested duration. Fair skin, 10 to 15 minutes/day. Darker skin, 20 to 30 minutes/day. Expose arms and legs, face not necessary. What about sunscreen? Let your skin absorb sunlight first, 10 to 30 minutes. Then apply sunscreen if you plan to stay outside longer. If you can't go outside, sit near an open window. Glass blocks UVB, but natural light still helps your circadian rhythm. Just 15 minutes of indirect sun on your skin can lift mood and regulate sleep. Real story, Grandma Aiko, age 92, Okinawa. Every morning, Grandma Aiko sits on her porch for 20 minutes with her tea. This simple ritual gives her more than just vitamin D. It offers peace, clarity, and a chance to watch birds sing. At 92, her bones are strong, her mind is sharp, and she still walks without a cane, outliving people 20 years younger. Sunlight is not the enemy. In moderation, it is medicine for your bones, your brain, your immune system, and even your spirit. Every morning, your body gives you two choices. Keep letting old habits eat away your cells like silent termites. Or start building an anti-aging fortress, one small decision at a time. This isn't about living forever. It's about making sure the years you do have are filled with waking up without joint pain, remembering your grandchild's graduation without forgetting their name, enjoying your favorite meal without relying on diabetes medication. Your 5-minute morning revolution begins tomorrow. 1. 2 minutes after waking. While still in bed, stretch your legs and say one thing you're grateful for out loud. This simple act boosts dopamine and lowers cortisol, your body's stress hormone. 2. A new way to walk to the bathroom. Tiptoe 10 steps. This activates calf muscles and boosts circulation. Smile at yourself in the mirror. Yes, even if it feels silly. Smiling triggers endorphins, your body's natural painkiller. 3. Anti-glycation breakfast hack. Add 1 spoon of cinnamon to your morning drink. It helps stabilize blood sugar all day. And chew each bite 30 times to prevent overeating and help digestion. 4. 10 a.m. Your sunlight reset. Stand on your porch or balcony for 5 minutes without sunglasses and look at the trees. This fills you with vitamin D and retrains your eyes to focus naturally again. 5. 5 minutes before sleep. Roll a tennis ball under your feet. It releases stored tension. Then quietly whisper, "I forgive myself for today's mistakes." This helps you sleep deeper and wake up emotionally lighter. You don't need a gym. You don't need a miracle pill. You just need a little intention, repeated daily. Because small habits, when done consistently, become armor against aging. Choose to start tomorrow morning. Your future self will thank you with a smile, steady hands, and clear memories. Your body is a living history book. Every bad habit is like acidic ink slowly eroding its pages. But today, you hold the power to swap that ink for gold. Put a check mark on your calendar each day you complete just 3 of the 5 steps. By the end of the week, you'll feel it. Steadier energy, deeper sleep, clearer thoughts. Look at a 200-year-old oak tree. It remains strong because of deep roots, a flexible trunk, and leaves that always know when to let go. You can be the same, not by fighting time, but by dancing in harmony with it. The first step won't rewrite your whole story, but it will change the next page.